I'm Christine, and this is my journey to convert this into a garden. Welcome to my Garden Odyssey. Trusty strimmer, been working away again. Over here, it looks much better. You can see what I mean about creating a plant fence. I'll put some uprights in, sort of staggered, and then weave these branches in between, just to gradually build up a little bit of a barrier, so it looks much neater. Around here I've cleared out all the piles of plant debris and sticks, and I've piled up all the stuff that needs some serious attention because there's so much glass there. And I've found glass over here as well, so I'm going to have to move this railway sleeper. And I think everything from there onwards has got to move that way and be bagged up for the dump, and then the same over here. There's a large pile of stuff that needs to go. But anyway, I've got some serious piles here. They're all categorised, of course. This is like a feeder for a bonfire. This is green. That's bonfire material, but with some pieces of wood in there that I want to put in the fence, or in the barrier. That's rubbish. And over there is brambles that were in the hedgerow. And this is the gate. I don't think it's my gate, I think it belongs to the farm, but it's, you can see from the grass here that there's a track. That's the back of my property, and people park their car up back there and then walk through my back garden and then climb over the fence. But I'm going to put some chicken wire up because my dogs have discovered that route, and they will just go through that fence onto the common, where between May and October there are cattle grazing. There's none there now, but they're obviously up the other end there, over there. But I can't have my dogs getting through this gate and onto the common and chasing the cows. So sorry, people who think it's okay to walk through my garden, but you're not going to be able to easily climb over that fence anymore, and certainly your dogs are not going to be able to get through. So what you'll have to do is park at the other end, which is over there. You can actually park on the common and walk, rather than park at the back of my property and walk through my garden. I don't think that's a great hardship. Nice sunny day here today. Everything's looking the same as it did yesterday, but today I'm going to use the shovel and the rake and these 2 bags of samples, just to see how much of this I can get into bags. And then there's always this pile over here, which is even worse. So I've been to the recycling centre, as they call it. Where I come from, we call it the dump tip. And I can recycle, well, not recycle, I can dump up to 80 litres for £5, which they say is around 4 carrier bags for £5. And it's non-recyclable, so that's fair enough. So this is what it looks like now, and we'll see what it looks like when I put some stuff in the bags. You can see there's lots of glass there, which is going to be difficult if I'm bagging it, but I've got some stronger bags I could use if necessary. So let's see how I get on. Not a huge amount of progress, but I've pulled all of this stuff into piles. It's 3. It's the second pile. It's 4. I think it's just loam, because there was one big bag unopened, which is loam. So I've pulled up these. It looks like loam. But it's all caught up in bags. So somehow or other I've got to get in there. There's a great big piece of metal there. And what's interesting is this piece of wood here, which clearly has some chicken wire attached to it. So I'm guessing there was a fence there at one point. Sorry, I'm a bit croaky. No idea what I'm going to do with that pile of lime. But I'm exhausted now. It's too hot for this. Whew. So that needs a shovel, a spade and a fork to really dig that stuff up. And then I need to bag up these piles. There's a lot there though. I'll get there, but it's this last little bit, or last big bit, is a bit daunting. See, there's glass. Every one of these piles has got glass in, so I can't just spread it around. I have to get the glass out. I have to get this out so that I can get the glass out. Yeah, there we go. This is what it's like today. Brush cutter comes on Monday, so let's see what happens to that. Some piles. Box tongue and nettles. Compost bins look good though. That's it now, had enough. Right, it's an evening now. I came back out, now it's a bit cooler, and decided I was going to bag up some of these piles. So this morning there were 3 piles here. 1, 2, 3. I've now cleared this middle one, although I think there's still bits of glass in there, certainly lots of glass over there, and over here. And then there's still 1, 2, 3 piles to clear. So that one middle pile ended up as 6 bags, plus there's 2 that I did this morning, so 8 bags, and that was the smallest pile. So I reckon that pile's going to be another 8 or 9, 8 or 9, 8 or 9, perhaps 7, 8. And the guy at the recycling centre said, don't bring just a few bags at a time, bring a load, because it will be more economical. And I guess what they'll do is they'll say, instead of it being £5 for 80 litres, he'll just give me a ballpark figure. So I must keep saying so. That means that I'm going to have to watch the weight in the car, but I'm certainly going to put more than 8 in the car to take to recycling. Unfortunately, they're only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I can't go Monday, but there's no hurry. I'll go next Friday and hopefully have at least another 6 bags, I think. And in the meantime, I'll bag up all of these. If I can do 1 pile a day, that would be good. That would be very good. It just goes to show that you have buildings demolished, but they don't necessarily clear up after themselves. Witness all this glass. There's quite a few of these little cobnuts here, which is nice. So I'm throwing them in the hedge. That's it for today. Back to the caravan with my trusty shovel. I've got my new Bosch brush cutter and I'm just using it with the extra strong cord rather than the blades, just to see how much it can do. And this is what I want to get cut down. So let's see what it manages. It's a bit scary, but I can do it. Wow, that was a revelation. It's already completely mutilated this little corner, and you can see. So let's see if I can get it completely flattened. It's flying everywhere, but I should really have glasses and earmuffs. I've got earmuffs coming, and I must find my goggles. That was a revelation. So I didn't use the blade, I just used the cord, which is extra strong, stronger than a strimmer cord. I just used that and it's just completely flattened everything. I need to rake that up and then go over it again. But that's going to be so good. Have to be careful not to capture any of the cables, the telephone, electricity and the water pipes. But that's the next area is going to be over there, and then over the other side of the kiosk where there's a load of nettles. But I'm going to have to need a long extension lead for that. But what a result! That's not going to flower again. I'm really pleased, but it is seriously scary. Couldn't see that before. Wow. I didn't do too well with the plan to get rid of one of these piles each day this week. In fact, I haven't done any, but I have been doing other things, one of which is getting rid of the 2 Harris fence panels which were lying there. Loads of grass has grown around them, so it'd be interesting to trim that and see what it's like. I've got a feeling the ground's going to be terribly uneven, but anyway, we'll do it. So that area's a bit clearer now. That's got to be brush cut, and trusty shovel and bucket and sacks and gloves And we'll start on, I think it's going to be this nearest pile. Let's see how we do. There we go. That didn't take too long. And the only downside is, although this has all been cleared up till that pile, I just keep finding pieces of glass. And some of them are quite big. Anyway, I can only do my best. So, next piles are, see what there's glass there. Pieces of glass. Another piece down there. There's one pile, two. A little pile here, mostly twigs. There. Another one there. And then there's this pile of lime with these other sacks of lime. And a fence post sticking out there, which is still attached to some chicken wire. So let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the only thing about this one is all over here is chipboard that's rotten, rotted down. And then there's a piece of glass. Really tiny, but it looks like I'm going to have to scrape all of this up here around here, as well as adding to that pile these pieces of glass here. You can see them. Big pieces. There's another piece just there. That looks good. That hedge line, compared with what it was. So that pile's for another day. And now I need to start taking all these. There's 6 from earlier in the week and 5 from today. I need to take them out to the front. This is getting a bit boring now. So I'm back with another pile, bucket, shovel. But I can show you what I did with the strimmer. It wasn't especially successful. In fact, really difficult to see that I've actually done anything. But that was just with the strimmer. Maybe I should use the brush cutter. I guess you can see. I don't know, perhaps you can't. It was a bit higher all around than it is now. It just looks nicer with its grass. Better than that, which I'll tackle another time. And I must get the brush cutter out to do that. So, horrible evening. Rainy, dull, grey sky. But I'm going to aim for, I don't know, three bags worth. I actually filled 6 bags. I brought 6 bags out with me, so decided I was going to fill them, but hasn't made much of a dent, or not too much of a dent on the pile that was there. Probably about 2 or 3 more bags in there, but then I really need to scrape up that area because I keep seeing bits of glass there. And the interesting thing is lots of little pebbles, and they're too round to be just part of the soil. Someone dumped them here at some point. The next pile would be this one, but I'm not actually going to do it next because there's all this stuff here. It's too big a job, too daunting to start with. So I'm going to move over to here, to this little pile, which is mostly twigs, and over to that pile, which is probably about 7 or 8 bags. And then there's the lime. I don't know whether you can see, there's bags of it as well, caught up, buried under soil, which is a big job. Anyway, let the pile next. And the big pile. Actually quite a nice evening, it's not raining, it's a bit grey. But always nice to see through there. Can't wait to get the brush cutter out and clear that. And that, so that I can see all the way across. That's going to be a real milestone to be able to see there. Another day though, that's me done for the evening. Sorry about all the noise in the background. There was a cricket match today, but it was rained off. And some of them have decided they're going to hang around and drink, which is fine. 6 bags, that's good.